welcome to Sarcastic Reviews. Today, the Star Wars The Last Jedi teaser trailer has just been released. It's our first look at The Last Jedi movie, so I wanted to just do a quick trailer reaction of it. The sound's going to be turned down so the video doesn't get claimed, but if you want to watch the full trailer, I put a link to it in the description, and I definitely recommend seeing it on the full screen with the sound, but until then, I'm just going to go through it quickly and give my reactions to it. So it starts out, you can't really see anything, and this is dark, but it's on the planet where Luke was. There's Daisy Ridley. She's dressed pretty much exactly the same as she was at the end of Force Awakens, so I'm guessing this starts immediately after that. Her and Luke had their pleasantries and said hello, and then the training seems to have started like almost immediately after that, or maybe it goes into some kind of training montage. I'm guessing there's a lot to discuss before that. And here we have the island still, and Daisy Ridley being trained. She's using the Force here to move objects. There's a scene here where you see Leia, brief glimpse of her. Then a brief glimpse of the Darth Vader mask destroyed, probably in a temper tantrum. Maybe that's the Darth Vader mask. Well, we'll take another look at it in a minute. And then here it looks like some kind of old documents talking about the balance of the Force. Some lightsaber training for Daisy Ridley, which should be cool to see. And coming this Christmas, of course. I don't know what these ships are, but they look interesting. Finn in a coma or something like that. X-Wing being destroyed. Millennium Falcon. Some cool build up to a fight, I'm guessing. Nice space battle. And then you can't hear it now, but Luke is saying something about how the Jedi need to cease to exist, which is an interesting thing for him to say. Okay, so to break it down a little. Okay, so there's Daisy Ridley learning about the Force. She's on the planet. And most of these shots are on the planet. Or on the planet and the island. Really, I don't know what planet this is. But it's where they found Luke at the end of Force Awakens. And yeah, there's not much to this. It's mostly just Luke explaining to Daisy how to search the Force and know her true feelings, and essentially the same things as what Yoda was saying to Luke. So, but the interesting part, okay, so this mask, it's really hard to tell. I'm gonna say it's Vader though. Although I think I see a little bit of silver there. And then here we have these scrolls or something like that, which I'm guessing Luke is protecting. They talk about the Force and the Jedi. And then here, this is just training. Probably going to be like a training montage, something like that. Oh, and you can see these ships. These are the good ships because they're heading towards the AT-ATs. Should be a cool fight. And I'm guessing Finn here is like in some kind of coma left over from The Force Awakens when he got sliced with the lightsaber and he was in critical condition. And then here you have the X-Wing blowing up in the hangar. So sabotage maybe, or something like that. Daisy Ridley running with a lightsaber, and here's something interesting. I don't know if people have found this out since the movie. I know there was a lot of talk about these exhaust ports, the things on his lightsaber, but they're actually basically he tried to make the lightsaber himself, and he's using like the crystals that he's using are bad, which is part of why he needs like these exhaust ports, so that otherwise the lightsaber wouldn't work at all. So that's like kind of the backstory behind that. And then this looks like just a flashback to what they were talking about in The Force Awakens when all the Jedi students get killed. I'm guessing this is this was the training facility at the time. And that's just your standard stormtrooper group. And then space battles, which look cool. And then here, I'll turn the sound up for this one. We'll see how that goes.
For the Jedi. It's time for the Jedi to end.
Yeah, so that's a pretty intense thing for Luke Skywalker to be saying. It's time for the Jedi to end. But we'll see what that means. Or I'm guessing he doesn't like the overpowered people in the universe trying to control everything. I think that's what he's talking about. But without proper context, we won't really know until we watch the movie, which of course is what they want us to do. So we'll see. It does look very interesting. And it looks like they're introducing new ships, new ship design, for more fighting. And just because this is about The Last Jedi, they don't really mention it in this trailer, but I know that there's a lot of talk about who Daisy Ridley's parents are. And one of the theories that I've heard, which I actually think has a lot of standing, is they found his lightsaber. Okay, so somehow at Cloud City, when his hand was cut off with his lightsaber in it, somebody went back and retrieved that lightsaber. So the theory that I heard was that lightsaber was attached to the hand still, and somebody took the hand and tried to clone from it. I personally don't think they tried to clone for it. I think they tried to extract the midi-chlorians from it and try to create some kind of hybrid human Jedi type thing. And that's where her character came from. That's a theory. But I think something similar to that is what happened. And then, somebody took pity on her because she was being experimented on and rescued her and dumped her on that other planet. But who knows? It could be anything at this point. I hope it's not something straightforward, like she's Luke's daughter or something like that. But I'm sure that whatever they come up with, it'll be interesting. Anyways, that was the Star Wars The Last Jedi teaser trailer just released today. It looks great. It looks fun. It looks like it's kind of a darker movie, which I'm sure they're planning on because it is the middle of the trilogy. So it'll be the darker one of the three, just like Empire was. And we'll see how it goes. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, or all of the above. Thank you, and have